Hello students, today I am going to teach the lesson 1 language of chemistry, in which I am going to teach today chemical symbols, formula of elements. Now before I say about this chapter and all this topic, before I discuss, let me say that I have already given in the previous classes PDF of in which so that you can go through the chapters in a described mode. Today I am explaining this all points in a short way. Now before I start chemical symbols and all, let me say that what is actually chemistry deals about. We know that our earth, our surrounding is having two types of substances in them, that is pure and impure substances. Now pure substance, again in the lower classes you have already done all this thing. The pure substances are having again divided into the elements and compounds. Now elements is a very simple and pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into further simpler substances. So elements, it should be made up of a tiny unit. Then what is the unit it is made up of? The unit which is made up of, that is known as the atoms. So atoms can be described as the smallest particle of an element which consists all the properties of that particular element. We are going to say that this element can be the elements which are made up of atom, the smallest particle of an element which represents. That means by studying the particular atom of a particular element, we can easily say what the full element is consist of, because it is just the multiple of that particular atom. Now a set of atom can be a same type, because atoms can be of the same types. They can be, now atoms can combine to form a molecule of similar types. They can form the molecules of different types. When they form the molecules of similar types, they are known as the molecule of a element of that particular element which has been given to you. Now when they combine to form, when atoms of different elements combine and they form the molecule, they are known as the molecule of a compound. These all things we have already done in the lower classes. This is just the continuation to begin the lesson. Now let us see that for writing a name of the element, name of the compound, name of the mixture, we need to write the full names if we don't give any short abbreviation of them. So in order to reduce the time, to reduce the energy and to reduce the space, we need the elements to be defined in a shortest way. Now let us see. Elements are always symbolized or categorized or abbreviated in forms of symbols. Why symbols? How to write a symbol? Chemical symbol. How to write of a particular element? There are certain rules for writing a chemical symbol. Let us name some of the elements. So let us start with the sodium. If I say the sodium means, if I write the sodium full name, then sodium look like this. The name will be coming like this, sodium. Then if I write the sodium symbol, then we will use the word Na. Now your question will be there, why Na? N is these all things we have done in the lower classes. Then also we are telling this because in order to continue with the same symbols, why it is being used like this. The symbol, this is known as the symbol. Now in spite of writing the full name of the element, we use this short abbreviation. Now this short abbreviation of Na we are using. This Na word is not matching with this, because some certain elements are being used by using their Latin names. The Latin names are being used here. Now what is the Latin name for sodium? Sodium Latin name is natrium. Natrium Latin name means, natrium is the Latin name for sodium, which Na is the first two alphabets which has been taken for the symbol. In this way, few of the elements have been chosen for that. Next come to the how we will understand the sodium symbol. In the symbol, what it represents actually. Let us see what it represents. If I write the symbol of a particular element, it represents always how many atoms of that particular element? It represents one atom of that particular element. That means we see that if I write Na, it represents one atom of a particular element. Now, if I say that if it is one atom, then symbol is the shortest way of representing it, and it represents one atom. If I write Na, then it is understood that how many atoms of element sodium is there. It is only one atom of sodium is present there. How to write? Is it necessary to write all the letters capital or all the letters small? What is the rule of this? First letter of the symbol will be always what? Capital. The first letter will be always capital, and if second letter has been used in that symbol, then will be always small letters. Okay, next question will be that how to use the symbol, because you know that many of the elements you will find that they start with a single letter, like hydrogen start with H, and it is having a single letter only for the H. Then start sulfur, then start oxygen, then start nitrogen. They don't have the second letter for their recognition. So abbreviation, they only carry the first letter is enough for them. Now let us see. If the first letter becomes similar in certain element, then how will you understand that which elements I am talking about? Suppose if I write C, then you cannot understand if I am talking about calcium or carbon or copper or cobalt. Then how will you understand? So let us see. If I write C, you cannot understand whether I am talking about which element. If I write then so many C, if I write like this, then you will not be able to understand the name of the element. If I write C, then it is understood that it is carbon, because the only C is the abbreviation, short abbreviation of carbon element. Now if I write C, capital C and small a, it is understood that it is the calcium. And if I write small capital C and small u, it is understood that it is a copper. If I write capital C and small o, it is understood that it is cobalt. And if I write capital C small l, it is understood that it is chlorine. In this way, we understand that second letters gives the full distinction between all the elements which starting letter is similar to them, to avoid the confusion. This is all about. Now this is about the chemical symbol. So how can we define the chemical symbol then? It is the short form stands for the atom of a specific element, for the abbreviation used for naming the elements. Now these are all the rules are there. Significance of the element is also given there. Now name of the element has been given, one atom of an element and quantity of the element in equal to, and all this thing has been used here. Let us talk about the next one, that is the formula. Now formula is the next abbreviation I am talking. Now when atoms combine, they make the molecule. Now molecule can be, if I make two H atom combine together, they make also molecule. If I make C and 2O, they also combine and they also make a molecule. So both are molecule. Are they same in every respect? No. This is the element of same type. They make a molecule of a element. And this C as well as O is the element of a different atom of different element. C is the atom of different element, but combined together to make a molecule. It is a molecule of a compound. Okay, so molecule are of two types. One type, first type, when the same types of atoms of molecule combine together, they are known as molecule of an element. And similar type, when they combine together, they make a molecule of an element. And when dissimilar atoms of elements combine together, they make the molecule of a compound. Now let's see the why formula is required to name a molecule. Let's see one example. Very day-to-day example I am taking, the example of water. Now when we write water, then I have to write hydrogen. Hydrogen is the combination, water is the combination of hydrogen plus oxygen. Okay, they form water. So many things I have to write here. Then means, and carbon dioxide, next form compound also I can take, all the time present in the air. Carbon dioxide. Now what happened? This is also another compound. Now in order to avoid such a lengthy writing, as well as space, as well as the energy of writing all this thing in a lengthy way, so all this thing take space, time and energy, these three, to reduce these three, so that we can use the formula which will define everything in a shortest way, and it will describe the compound in a elaborate way. Let us see. If I write the formula of carbon dioxide, CO2, then how much it is being understood? CO2. How many elements are combined in this? We can easily understand that carbon and oxygen are being combined here. Now, carbon, how many elements are combined? 2 elements. First point. Now, since CO2 is a molecule, it doesn't contain any number before this molecule. That means it is understood to be 1. That means how many molecules are there? 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Now coming to the next point, if I say carbon dioxide, third point, if I say in what proportion carbon dioxide, in what proportions carbon and oxygen is present in them, then 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen is present in them. Yes or no? So they make a 1 molecule of what? 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay, in this way they form the 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. So in this way, by writing only this much, the formula, we can easily say the full description of the given compound. That means it is the shortest way to represent a compound. So you can say it as a formula also, formula of a compound. You can say molecular formula of a compound also. You can say chemical formula of a compound. It means the same only. Significance already I have explained to you that it represents the formula of a compound. Both the molecule and molecular masses, irrespective of the ratios are also, and now see, ratios are also there. What is the ratio maintaining in the carbon dioxide? 1:2. Carbon and oxygen are maintained in the ratio of 1:2. Now they are also maintained the molecular mass of both, if you know them. Then molecular mass of carbon is the 12 and this one is the 16 into 2 is the 32. You can make it, and you can make it the total, and it becomes the molecular mass of this one. In this way we can easily take out. Now this is all about the 1 molecule, because formula always represents how many molecule of carbon dioxide or compound? 1 molecule of a compound. So here also we will see that it always represents 1 molecule of a compound. It represents 1 molecule of calcium carbonate. It represents 1 molecule of sodium chloride. It represents 1 molecule of calcium hydroxide. That this is all the molecular formula of the respective compounds. Now it contains what? In 1 molecule of calcium carbonate, it contains 1 atom of calcium, 1 atom of carbon and 3 atoms of oxygen. What about of NaCl, that is sodium chloride? 1 molecule of sodium chloride, it contains 1 atom of sodium and 1 atom of chlorine. Similarly, in the calcium hydroxide, you will see that in 1 molecule of calcium hydroxide, it contains 1 atom of calcium, then 2 atoms of oxygen and 2 atoms of hydrogen in it. Now suppose if you want to increase the number of molecules of a particular compound, suppose I want to increase the number of molecules of carbon dioxide 3, number of molecules of calcium carbonate 2, then what will be the number of atoms of each elements? Then we have to multiply the respective elements like this, atoms of each. What will be there? Then 3 atoms of carbon in 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. It contains 3 atoms of carbon and 3 into 2, 6 atoms of oxygen in it. Next one, 2 molecules of calcium carbonate. It contains 2 atoms of calcium, 2 atoms of carbon and 3 into 2, 6 atoms of oxygen. Similarly, in this way we will continue with the next also. So I hope you have understood all these points about the terms, that is the chemical symbols of an element, molecular formula or chemical formula of a compound. I hope you have understood and try to read it properly, and then try to read the PDF which I have given you. All the best to you. Thank you.